Only the Catholic Church has a higher roster. Anybody with empathy or who cares about children would never want to support or be in a group that is known for harming kids and allowing harm to happen. That's why I'm not a Christian and why I don't go to any of those denominations. Having one victim is too many. And it's just not worth it for me. And when the religion, the dogma, the basics of religious doctrine does everything it can to protect the sovereignty of men, regardless of a lack of integrity, you have a problem. Religious beliefs are a ripe garden for abuse. When you have a hierarchy that always starts at the top with a white, cis man, usually a white man, you have a problem. Where there is elitism, where there is a master race, and believe me, there are Christian denominations that believe that white men are the master race. I'm not going to say which ones because it's just not worth saying. I will say that they're considered cults, those Christian denominations. But when you have denominations of Christianity that are usually led by white cis heterosexual men, and there's never been a woman in the history of senior leadership in that denomination, you have an abusive group of people. And it's very sad. These women who get trapped in these homes don't have a prayer. No pun intended. They can go to these pastors. And there are good pastors out there, don't get me wrong. But if you're in a high control denomination, if a woman's trying to flee and get safe, there are pastors who will help her do that. Half of them with the intention of returning her after the husband fakes enough accountability and change of character. If somebody is dangerous and you can get out, stay out. Don't go back. Even though I know in those situations that's usually what people do. But if someone tells you to return to a dangerous, consistently violent, abusive person, even if there's no violence involved, don't go back. Especially if your pastor tells you to. If your pastor threatens you that you're going to hell or you'll be kicked out of the church for going back, then you probably need to report them to the police. Personally, I've never known a pastor to do that, only because I've never been married and I never had a reason to know about that happening. But I've seen it enough on YouTube where a woman sued John MacArthur for trying to push her to get back with the physically abusive husband, who later admitted he would have killed them if they had gone back. Even if adultery or abandonment is involved, which are biblical reasons to leave, pastors in these high control religious denominations will do everything they can to get the idea of leaving out of your head. Men won't let a woman with kids go. A pastor probably isn't going to tell a wife in any relationship to leave if she's not happy, let alone if he yells at her. And a good significant majority of Southern Baptist male leaders don't consider verbal and emotional abuse to be abuse or warrants leaving. A lot of them are told to suffer for Christ, or this is what you signed up for better or for worse. This isn't worse, this is abuse. And what about children? You grow up in an environment where you don't question authority. You don't ask certain questions. And a lot of answers you get are thought-ending questions. that teach you not to have questions in the future. These children, it's very hard, almost impossible, to report on your parents and pastors.